Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Do you think it adds gravity to my greeting when I hold the microphone like this, or is it better if I just go, good day to you, with my hands down here? We'll never know. But use the comment section below to tell me. Added gravity? No, probably not. I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit emotional. But I'm very, very excited because today I'm going to be talking about Malignant Perfection by a band called Cradle of Filth. And I don't think I've covered anything by Cradle of Filth, but obviously that's a name of a band that I've been aware of for decades now. And I'll talk all about them and culturally what they mean to me and geographically as well. I think they're from my neck of the woods, but we'll talk about all that once I've done the theme tune. Can't say fairer than that, can we? Justin Hawkins rides again. Beautiful. It doesn't matter. All right. So, Cradle of Filth formed in 1991 in Suffolk. Weirdly, I think I formed a band in 1991 in Suffolk, but nothing happened, nothing became of it. Anyway, Cradle of Filth have been variously described as veteran British black metal band, extreme metal legends, and a theatrical metal troupe. And I don't know who's using the word troupe to describe anything metally, but I love that. According to founding member and singer Dani Filth, I'm not sure that's his real name. Can you imagine him in assembly like Simon Minton, present. Spencer Kingman, present. Matthew Johns, present. Dani Filth. Anyway, according to Dani Filth, Malignant Perfection is the first of a few singles before the new album drops at the end of March, beginning of April, which is big news for fans of The Filth because it will be the first full-length album since Existence is Futile in 2021 and the band's first with Napalm Records. That's cool. Existence is Futile is that is a brilliant album title, insofar as album titles can be brilliant, because it sounds a bit like Resistance is Futile, but Existence is Futile. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, it is thought the forthcoming album could also include the long-awaited collaboration with Ed Sheeran, which was recorded in 2022 but is yet to be released. Ed Sheeran, of course, also hails from that part of the world. I've kind of got this weird, I don't know if it's a memory or an echo of a memory or just like a memory of a dream, but I have this kind of recollection of seeing Dani Filth in Ipswich, which is in Suffolk, crossing the road, but then like getting to the other side of the road, and then there's like, you know, when there's sometimes like a metal barrier or a permanent fence thing there to try and prevent people from going into, you know, oncoming traffic, and then him crossing the road and having to climb over it after an evening at a goth club that I used to go to called I think it was called Hollywood Nights, weirdly, which doesn't sound very goth, but was really goth, especially on a Monday. And I think I saw Dani Filth coming out of there on a Monday and struggling to cross the road. Cradle of Filth have just embarked on their By Order of the Dragon tour of the UK and Europe, and speaking ahead of the release of their new single, Dani Filth said it was the band's horrific homage to All Hallows Eve, as embodied by the female deification of evil. A godly incarnation of evil itself. Enough about my marriage. It's Halloween, guys, come on. Anyway, he went on to describe Malignant Perfection as being a perfect musical accompaniment to the spirit of the witching season, which celebrates the time when the thin line between life and death is at its most tenuous and the denizens of the other world seek to break the veil into ours. Beautiful stuff. He's just got a way with words, hasn't he? So yeah, I thought I'd dress like, I don't know, probably like some sort of street urchin from the 1800s. That's the best I could do under the circumstances. I was going to go full face paint, but couldn't be bothered. Right. Oh, yeah, I'll just listen to the track and react to it accordingly with an open heart, because that's what I do. it's so spooky already. This is brilliant. I think I'll watch a little bit and then I'll read through some of the lyrics, because based on the sort of statements in the press release alone, I've got a feeling this is going to be Edgar Allan Poe-esque poetry, right? Whoa, that's really scary. That's a bit less scary. That's a bloke with some makeup on. Is there anything more terrifying than a pumpkin that somebody's carved? I don't think so. Especially when it wilts and sort of collapses in on itself. Because I think probably because it does speak to like your own mortality, doesn't it? Like eventually my head will wilt and cave in on itself, like a carved pumpkin in a Cradle of Filth video. It's fair to say that that's not what I was expecting. I'm going to just look at this chord sequence quickly. I mean, of course it's minory because it's dark and foreboding. It's in A, but then the second note, or the bass note, sort of goes down to A. What's that? A flat, I suppose. G sharp. Which almost suggests, but obviously it's not that. Hey, that was Pinhead from one of my favourite horror movies, Hellraiser, I think it was. Some real great Halloween-y iconography going on in this video. It must have been fun to make. May I introduce upon the mortal fool. What's really interesting to me is like if they've been going for all this time, like I said, 1991, that's 33 years, and if he's singing like that, I mean, whilst it, you know, to you and I, it might just sound like somebody whispering, "Kindred." Right, let me do this. "Kindred, may I introduce upon the mortal fools." Now that sounds like the kind of thing that you'd be able to do well into your 70s because it's just whispering, but that's not the case. You're blowing so much air through, you know, the vocal cords. They're going to get super dry. It's not the clothing manufacturer. They're going to get incredibly dry and hoarse. And he's been doing this for over 3 decades. The evil that I shake loose, for bondage to now. One of the good things about like that sort of stage look, and also, you know, like you see that in a lot of Norwegian metal, people who are dismissive of such an aesthetic dismiss them as sort of as panda metalers or something, because there's a lot of black makeup in the eyes. But I absolutely love the way that looks, and also completely ageless as well. Like it covers a multitude of sins. When Dani Filth is 100 years, 150, let's say he's a vampire, 1,000 years old, when he's putting that makeup on, he's always going to look the same. And if he maintains his voice in the way he has done, there's no reason to think that they won't still be doing this in 200 years' time. She walks at dusk, tragic serenade. Oh, and there's something like a note emerging there. She walks in dust to tragic serenade. How does he do it? I have nothing but respect for people who sing in that way. It's so, for me, it's really challenging. I can't do it. You'd have to be right close on a microphone that's super directional, and your sound man's going to struggle with a lot of bleed from the other sound sources live. But these guys are legends, aren't they? You can see why. The sun beams out across the fields. I do think that when the veil that he spoke of that separates, you know, those who have passed from us on the living side, when it is at its narrowest on All Hallows Eve, half the challenge is figuring out who's dead and who's alive. So let's play that. We're 1 minute 18 in. Right, I can see a pumpkin, dead. Somebody next to it with some dead eye, dead. Well, everyone in this frame, 1 minute 19, dead. Yep, all dead. They're all dead. Now that's more like what I was expecting. Sometimes I really enjoy like the blast beats of Cannibal Corpse and that kind of, or it's literally as fast as it can go. This is not that, but it's kind of alternate picking on a muted, well, metal sound, I suppose. And it's really powerful. I actually think like sometimes slightly less can be a lot more.
She comes with malignant perfection, resurrection.
Oh God! See, I thought he said she comes with malignant perfection, mass erection, and then I looked at the lyric. Yeah, that is what he said. Temples praise the brazen goddess. Enough about my mother. No, I'm not going to do that. Brazen goddess. Chance to be a fine thing. That's really cool. All Hallows Eve. So good. Okay. Let's give it the bossa nova test. On All Hallows Eve, free the demons from my soul untethered. Works. That's how you know it's a good song. Be the conduit of dreams forever. So dreams are allowed to pass freely between the afterlife and the current life. Dani, you naughty boy, conjuring these demons and telling them to do dream stuff. Fucking awesome. What a groove that is. It's almost disco.
Gates of chaos neath my heels.
So I guess the feminine presence there would be the brazen goddess.
The haunted angels sing.
The haunted angels sing, and then it goes, oh!
The flaunted death of everything.
Yeah, the flaunted death of everything. He's just not pulling any punches here, is he? My soul untethered. You can almost imagine.
My soul untethered.
You can almost imagine like my soul untethered. You know, someone. Like, you can almost imagine this being a Muse song, couldn't you? He's changed it from dreams to screams, which I think, under the circumstances, is a perfectly reasonable evolution. I just can't help but think that, like, all this stuff, like, it's just so much fun. It's preposterous, and I love ghost stories. I love anything supernatural, and this whole song is just like, yay! I'd love to be in a band that does this kind of stuff. Nearly getting towards that blast beat. Now we need a. There it is. There it is. Fucking brilliant. I'm happy. When you just go as fast as you can go. It's beautiful. And your obligation as a front man in that instance is to scream as loud as you can throughout. That's a staggering piece of drumming. funny when Dani Filth does that tongue thing. It's a lot less Gene Simmons and a lot more weird guy licking a tree, and I'm here for it. Forcing the eyes open. Last time my veil parted, it wasn't just fates that slivered through. Does that work as a Halloween sort of... No? It is difficult to look at this and not think about sort of sensual innuendos. She comes with malignant perfection, mass erection. Enough about my sex life. I had to!
Comes with malignant perfection, mass erection, devil praise the brazen goddess.
Lovely overtone in his voice for that screech. Screech? It's like a scream and a screech, but with a Q in it. I don't know why I put that in there. Squeech. That's my new word.
On All Hallows Eve, free the demons from my soul.
Tethered. I wonder if you can do it as a croonie. On All Hallows Eve, be the conduit of screams forever more. No. Yeah, they chose not to do the D major 7 for the final chord. Missed opportunity, really. But there's still time for this song to evolve live. Of orchestral reprise with some chromatic percussion. Spooky as anything you like. I have to say, I did not know what to expect. But I think if you're looking for something that's fun, Halloween-y, scary, ridiculous as well, you can't go wrong with Cradle of Filth's new song. This is awesome. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I had a massive smile on my face all the way through that, and I came into it not knowing what to expect. So there you go. Wow, Cradle of Filth. I've got to go and see these guys live. That must be a right laugh. Justin Hawkins rides again. On All Hallows Eve, be the conduit. Use the comment section below to let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and happy Halloween, everybody. It's the witching hour soon, probably. I don't know where. It depends where you are in the world, but be careful out there. And yeah, have fun. That's the main thing. Have fun. Yeah.
Again.